single day. I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hello and welcome to justcomparecars.com. My name's James and today I'm going to be doing a walk around video of this 2014 Toyota Hilux 2.5 D-4D active 2-door 4x4 cherry picker MEWP. It's done 110,000 miles and it's got full contract service history. Actually this registration date is November 2014, so you couldn't get much closer to being a 2015 without trying. Okay, so we've been doing these walk around videos for quite a while now and we find them to be really popular because it means you get to view the vehicle from the safety and comfort of your own home, but as if you were here in person. As I go around the vehicle with you today, we'll look at all the panels individually, looking for any marks, any scratches or any dents, which there may be some because obviously it is a work vehicle. We'll look at the wheels and the tyres. Obviously on this vehicle it's quite special, so we will look at the MEWP or the cherry picker, or whatever you want to call it. We'll also look inside the vehicle, look at the seats, we'll look at the functionality inside, look at everything that you would look at if you're here in person. I'll even tell you what it smells like. Once we've done that, we'll pop the bonnet, we'll have a look at the engine, and then finally we'll have a look underneath at the underside of the engine, the chassis, and of course if there is a spare wheel, one of those as well. I'm not sure if this is going to have one or not because obviously the way that the vehicle's set out, but we can find out that as we go around. Now, once you've watched the vehicle, if you're happy with once you've watched the video, if you're happy with what you see and you want to buy it, a small deposit will secure it and we can pretty much deliver it anywhere in the world, so that's not a problem. If you're looking to finance a vehicle, we'll go through an application with you. Obviously the vehicle is subject to VAT, so we would need a deposit to cover the VAT. That's not something that you can usually borrow. Obviously under some circumstances we can look at that for you, but that's going to depend on you and your personal circumstances. Again, once you've watched the video, if you think I've missed something or if you want to see something in a bit more detail, please just ask. I'm more than happy to do it for you. I can tell you the vehicle will be supplied with a brand new Lola on completion of sale, so obviously it can go straight to work for you. Obviously you've got the peace of mind that it's got a Lola, so you know that the vehicle is safe to use. Okay, let's start with the bonnet and then we can work our way around from there. It is quite early in the morning here, so it has been raining overnight. That's just sod's law. I didn't want to wash it prior to doing the video. You're not going to see anything in the right light. So there's a couple of damp spots just from overnight, obviously. Right, so the bonnet. Just get rid of that. As you can see, it's in nice clean condition. There are a few little marks and dents, but as I say, it's been a work environment. That's probably the worst one, and there's a couple of very light scratches. But other than that, it's in nice clean condition. Driver's side headlight, front bumper. As you can see, you've got the flick-flack lights. Grille's in good condition, bumper's in good condition, and also the passenger side headlight as well. Onto the passenger side front wing, and it's in nice clean condition and there's no damage or dents, nice and clean. Passenger side front wheel and tyre, it's a good rich all-terrain tyre, steel wheel in good condition, and as you can see it's got the wheel markers. I think that's about as close as you can get to being a new tyre without it being new, if you know what I mean. I think it's probably 11-12 mil maybe. Windscreen is in nice clean condition, there's no damage, no stone chips, no cracks. Roof, as you'll notice, there are two beacons. There are a couple of little dents on the roof, I must admit. There's one there, I don't think you can see it or not, it is there, and there's a couple of smaller ones over the top. I think it's just the nature of what it is. They're not serious at all, but you know, it's in nice clean condition really, considering what it is and obviously what job it's done. So, passenger door on the cab. Just zoom that out a little bit, and it's in nice clean condition. Mirror back's in good condition. There's a little bit of a scuff there. No, that's probably like a little bit of colour transfer, maybe it's rubbed against something. It's not, don't feel like it's damaged. And the mirror's in nice clean condition as well. Pillars, no damage, nice and clean. Let's have a look at the back of the cab. There's a little bit of a dent there. Obviously there's a few marks on the back, but then again it is what it is at the end of the day. Right, so so let's do the cab first, and then we'll look at the back end, because that's obviously a separate part really, isn't it? So again, the rear side of the cab, driver's side is nice and clean, mirror back and mirrors and pillars all in good condition. No obvious damage or dents. There are a few very light scratches there. I think it's had stickers here, and it's got the remnants of that. I think if you're really bothered about it, I think a good polish should get rid of that, but it's nothing serious at all. So the cab's in nice clean condition. Passenger side rear wheel and tyre. It's a matching tyre, and again it looks new. Driver's side rear wheel and tyre, again it's a matching tyre, matching tread depth, all in good condition. And then obviously finally the driver's one, and again that's all in good condition with a matching tyre and tread depth. Right, so tail lights all clean, nice condition, they're all LED ones. It's got a tow bar. It appears to have a reversing camera. However, I've not seen anything in the cab that suggests that it's got the facility to view it, so I don't know if that's something that's been added later on, or it's not been included, or it's not been sent with it, but as I say, there doesn't seem to be anything with it. Right, so let's have a look in the cab. Then obviously we will concentrate on the cherry picker part next. So, in the cab itself, driver's door card is nice and clean. There's a little bit of fraying on the material there, but that's nothing serious. The actual door card itself is in nice clean condition. Electric windows, obviously both sides. Window lock and door lock there as well. Driver's seat, bolster's really nice and firm. The material's really nice and clean. It doesn't look like it's done 100,000 miles to me at all. It's really actually very clean, as you can see. Whoever's had it has clearly looked after it. It's not had a hard life in any way, shape or form. Passenger seat. I'm going to... I know it's a bit older, but it doesn't really feel like it's ever been sat in. The bolsters feel like brand new. Material, as you can see, is really nice and clean. And it is really clean throughout, to be honest with you. As I say, it's... whoever's had it has really, really looked after it. That is a fact. Roof lining, again, really nice and clean. It smells nice inside as well. It doesn't smell like it's been smoked into me. Dashboard is nice and clean, and it's free from damage. Keys, there are two main keys, and then there's a few other keys. I'm not sure what they're for, to be honest with you. Let's start it up. That noise is because it's in neutral, ready for me to show you the rear. So as you can see on the dashboard, obviously the only warning lights are the fact that obviously I've got it in neutral at the moment. So yeah, no other warning lights. Everything looks nice and it runs and drives fine. Armrest. It's obviously quite a basic cab in that sense. It's got beacons. We need to obviously try those out. that's the PTO. If I switch that off, then obviously you can tell that there's no nasty noises or anything. It's a 5-speed manual gearbox with a reverse. It has got head unit with DAB, so that's quite modern. It's got a CD player as well. It all works. It all works fine. Right, so that's that. Oh, it's got air conditioning. Let's try that out. It's not instantly cold. It is getting cold though. Not freezing, probably needs a recharge. Cup holders in the front. Just leave that on for a second and see if it gets really cold. Down here by your knee, you've obviously got locking rear diff. That's your PTO. Not sure what they are. We can have a look outside. According to that, I've got the beacons and everything on, so let's have a quick look. Alright, so that's your working lights at the back. You've got your beacons at the top. Your beacons at the front as well. You can see they're all working perfectly. We've got the beacons on the MEWP and obviously the back as well. So it's all in good condition. They don't seem to be working. I don't know if they work when you put the legs out, maybe. We'll have a look at that in a second. So that all seems to work perfectly. Right, so let's engage the PTO. Basically this one has to be in neutral, and then this one I believe is 3rd or 5th. That's due 3rd for the moment. Obviously you'll probably know this better than me. I've not got an operator's license. Aircon's working now, so it's just taking a minute to go in. It's not freezing, but it's cold. It would be adequate for me, put it that way. Switch that off. Right, so let's go and have a look at the actual machine. So the business end is the passenger side. So jacks. And obviously we're just waiting for that green light to come on, which you'll know. There it is. So we've got a level, and then we need to just switch it over to the turret. I'm not going up in the basket. I'm not brave enough for that. So just to confirm, obviously when the legs are down, those beacons come on. You probably knew that. And obviously that's something that will be needed for the Lola. Right, so onto the actual machine. So let me just check. So I believe it's this one first. Oh. Zoom that out. Trying to show you all the basic functions, obviously, of it. Working within the constraints of where I am, obviously. Just try and get it in that space there. This should be every kid's dream, shouldn't it, really, I suppose? So we're at that. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. That's obviously virtually not full extension, but where I can do within the space that I've got. Everything works perfectly, and obviously the Lola will confirm that anyway. Let's bring it back down. Hopefully I'm close. Look at that. I could be an operator. Right, let me jump down. Just change it over to basket. Oop, second. Sorry about that. Just having a moment. So as you can see, basket works perfectly as well. Good view from up here. That's about as brave as I'm going to get. But yeah, you can see everything works. Sorry about that. Right, so stop engine, and that works fine. So let's see if we can start it again. I'm not sure how to work that. Oh, it starts as well. That's pretty cool. So yeah, everything works perfectly, and as you can see, it's all good. Right, so let me get out of here without trying to break me neck. Okay, so let's put everything back to Jack's. Just so you can see, obviously everything works as it should. The actual Lola was due in March. And that's it. Right, so let's have a look in the... Tell you what, let me switch the engine off. So everything's off. So let's have a look in these side canopies, side pockets, whatever you call them. That one doesn't want to open. Maybe that's one of the keys that are in it. So I'm not sure what's in that one. Oh, this one opens, look. So they've got a little cubbyhole in there for your bits. Obviously you'll see it's got the plates. There is 4. So there is a spare wheel, as you can see, and it's a brand new tyre, and it seems to be a full-size wheel. All the chassis and everything looks nice and tidy underneath and dry. Diff's nice and dry as well. There's no oily residue on it. So let's find the bonnet catch. I'm doing everything back to front on this one. I'm not used to doing it this way. It's just obviously with it being a different vehicle, it has to have its own way around. Obviously the vehicle has got full service history. It's obviously a contract service history is way better than normal service history, because obviously you know that everything and anything has always been checked out correctly and properly. And obviously we've got the records of that as well, so that's good. So in the engine bay you can see it's not been cleaned. This is just as it's turned up. Obviously it has been cleaned, there'll be none of this, especially no muck or anything down here. You can see that there's no signs of any historic oil leaks around the engine block. All the belts are in good clean condition. Everything looks bob on. Decent battery, all the fluids are clean and to the correct levels. Yeah, everything looks spot on. Again, if you want to see something in a bit more detail, just ask me. I've got no issues. All I'm looking at is basically what I would look at if I was like buying a car. So for me, I always look at like the oil and the water and whatever. And as you can see, obviously it's been running, so there's no point me showing you that, but yeah, it's always been looked after. So let's have a quick look underneath the cab. Oh, just turn that round, sorry. We're just having a moment, there we go. So underside of the engine, oh dear, hopefully that's the right way up, but yeah, there's no signs of any oil leaks or historic ones. Everything looks nice and dry. Bob on. Okay, so hopefully I've shown you, hopefully, fingers crossed, I've shown you everything. Sorry about that. Right, hopefully I've shown you everything that you would need to see if you were here in person. I appreciate you can't sit in it and you can't operate it yourself, but you've seen everything working. And obviously you've got the peace of mind of knowing that we will deliver it with a new Lola as well. So obviously that's another thing you don't have to worry about. So thanks for watching, sticking with me. More importantly, stay safe, look after yourself. Bye bye.